Hello, we are Len and Nyle. Welcome to our official channel. We're a trusted partner to small businesses, startups, larger companies, and Fortune 500 enterprises. With more than 10 years of experience and being active in 33 countries, we act with honor and integrity in everything we do. We're tolerant and considerate of different religious, social, and political views. We strive to leave the world a better place than when we entered it. We give and accept help when it's needed. We value self-improvement and remain good at heart. Let's talk about the things to remove from your CV when looking for a job. When we talk about a good CV, we usually talk about the points that can't be missing, but as with many things, sometimes less is more. Just as fashions change, so do CVs, and not keeping up can land a candidate in the no thanks pile. We suggest to review, complete, and even personalize a CV for each search and keep it updated. To help ensure that it stands out for the great information it contains, here are 5 things to consider. First, a professional objective. An objective statement used to be at the top and told the employer what we were looking for in a job, but employers already know what the candidate's goal is: to get the job. Rather than an objective statement, we recommend using a well-written qualifications summary to present employers with the most relevant skills and experiences. Use it to tell them why they need you, instead of why you need them. Second, awards, hobbies, and unrelated interests. You might think it's a good idea to include awards we've received or talk about our hobbies and interests. Mentioning that you collect coins or knit is interesting, but doesn't truly tell the employer anything about you. Likewise, noticing that you're a wrestling champion is unique, but probably won't help you land a job. However, we do want to mention that the exception is if the award, hobby, or interest is relevant to the position. For example, if the candidate is changing careers from accountant to food blogger, the fact that he or she has won the county fair pie contest for the past 3 years is relevant to the job, so it absolutely could be included. Third, too much of formatting. CVs are, as a rule, a bit boring to look at. It's mostly just words on a blank page. You can use bold, italic, or underline, but too much formatting can be distracting. To help brighten things up a little and make the CV stand out, you can use fancy fonts or a color other than black to make things interesting. You can even consider including columns and graphics to make your CV visual and easy to understand. But the problem with these fancy CVs is that most companies use applicant tracking systems that are programmed to read traditionally formatted CVs to begin with. It's hard for an applicant tracking system to read columns, fancy fonts, and charts. Also, human recruiters can have a hard time reading overly formatted CVs. They may read a CV on their phone, making it difficult to see full columns or graphs. Instead of a fancy CV, keep it simple. Use a font that is easy for humans and machines to read. For example, use only bold, italic, or underline, but not all 3 in the same sentence. In this digital age, in which we use a variety of ways to contact each other in the workplace, it's important to know some tools to do it properly, clearly, and with emphasis on the key messages we want to share. Fourth, to-do lists. Listing the tasks and duties from previous positions is part of a CV. If that's all a candidate is doing, it probably won't surprise an HR manager. At least, all you're doing is copying the job description, which, ironically, isn't very clear to begin with. Instead of telling employers what you do, tell them what you accomplished. What were the overall results of your daily tasks? We must help employers understand how you did what you did and why it made a difference to a company. This, in turn, will help them understand what goals you can help the company achieve. Fifth, the basics. Including a skills section on your CV is a great way to quickly highlight the most important and relevant skills. However, saying that a person knows how to use Windows, Office, and email is not saying much. These days, employers expect a candidate to have these basic skills, and as such there is no reason to mention them. Instead, Highlighting the skills that will make you stand out might help. Knowing how to use a spreadsheet is one thing, but can you configure macros, run pivot tables? Catching the difference here? Those are the kinds of skills worth highlighting. A CV is a living document that helps keep track of professional history, and it's good practice to update it regularly and keep up with trends to help show that we are informed and up to date. Something that cannot be missing, regardless of our profession, is our LinkedIn profile. No photos with glasses, no children, no animals, or any of that kind of bullshit. A company will not hire your kids, friends, or pets. Do you want to see some professional examples that stand out? Look at the profiles of our excellent consultants, and of course, with any questions, we are always here to improve this world. Please click subscribe, hit the bell icon, and follow us on our social media accounts for new content. We're active on Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, VK, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Telegram, Google, Pinterest, Bastion, and many more.